Listen, man, I still believe that this country can wake up, but we're running out of time. While one particular group of people is busy trying to prove how progressive they are, training for diversity and inclusion, patting themselves on the back for remembering to ask people their pronouns, other people are out there training for fucking war. And when the two meet, I think you know who wins. Only one's gonna walk away. Call it what you will. But that's not hate. That's just the reality of things. And it breaks my heart because I still see good men and women on every side of this nation who love this country, who want peace, but who just don't realize that they've been played. They've been fed a steady diet of guilt, division, and confusion by the mainstream media that profits off outrage and politicians who weaponize people's emotions to keep us all at each other's throats. They made you believe that patriotism is extremism. They made you believe that masculinity is somehow toxic. They made you believe that morality is subjective and that truth is offensive. Just look at the people who say shit like, well, this is my truth. And it's like, listen, bud, that's not how it works. Look around at how all of this has affected us as a nation. We got an entire generation who can't tell the difference between freedom and chaos. And look, this isn't about politics. It's about the survival of this country. Because when the world burns, and it probably will, you're going to wish that you had built strength instead of signaling virtue. You're going to wish that you had trained your mind and your body and your spirit to protect what you love instead of wasting your energy fighting with your own countrymen. We don't have to agree on everything, but we better agree on this. America belongs to her people, not to corrupt politicians, not to global elites, and certainly not to any agenda that's designed to divide us. And it's incredibly painful for those of us who see history repeating itself because it's happening in real time. Political figures who are using the malleable minds of the multiple youth in our universities to go at it for one final attempt that could and possibly will install socialism and communism into the fabric of our nation. Just look at this Mamdani guy. He's openly saying that he's going to convert New York City into a socialist, communist hellscape where the government controls everything. Look at how well that's worked out for all the people who've been relying on the government for food. Now they can't even feed their families. Yuri Bezmenov, he warned us about this back in 1984. He referred to those people who are helping usher in these changes as useful idiots. And it's sad to say it, but he was right. And if they get what they want, it'll be a sad day for America. This guy, Yuri Bezmenov, he wasn't some magician. He wasn't some mind reader. He was just a person who had inside connections, and he understood that there is a disguisable plan that they're trying to implement. And he had the pattern recognition skills to see how things were going to play out again. Because like I said, history repeats itself. It's time to wake up. Stop letting the noise from a handful of people define who we are as a nation. Because whether you're left, right, or someplace in between, the moment that we forget that we're all Americans is the moment that we lose it all. This country doesn't need more outrage. It needs more courage. It needs more unity. It needs more men and women willing to put aside the bullshit and fight for something bigger than themselves. And I still believe that we can save this nation. But it's going to take truth. It's going to take humility. And it's going to take a hell of a lot of strength to do it. The kind that comes from within, not from political slogans or political parties. If we don't wake up now, we'll wake up in a country that we don't even recognize. Let's not let that happen. It's up to you to do something about it before it's too late.